It is now time for weather with Nebraska Extension Ag climatologist and Market Journal Chief Meteorologist Al Dutcher. Well, Al, another week I would call fairly nice. One major thing missing, though, has been precipitation across the state. How are things shaping up as we look to the week ahead?
Well, Bryce, we did see some warmer temperatures during the early part of the week. We had that system that came out through the southern plains and moved up into the Ohio River Valley, dropped some significant snowfall to the south of us, making it up as far northward as northeastern Kansas. When that system came out, we seen the easterly flows on the north side of that system that brought some upslope flow to Colorado, so we've seen some decent accumulation along the Front Range. Also seen a little bit of light snow in the Panhandle and portions of southwest and west central, anywhere from a trace to up to 3 inches in the very southwestern corner of the state, but east of that, nothing to speak of in terms of precipitation. Enjoy this warm weather the next couple of days. It looks like we're going to get into some Arctic air coming back into the region, and it may last for several days as we see another system getting ready to move through our region. So let's take a look at the upper air miles. The first thing I'll draw your attention to is the system responsible for the heavy snowfall across the southern plains, now exiting out the northeast. We'll turn our attention to the west, where there is some energy coming in a northwest flow, and we do have high pressure at the surface to the north of us. Overall, it looks like with this southerly flow around the backside of the high pressure to the east, we'll start to see some warmer temperatures returning to the entire state. Pretty much 40s and 50s we expected statewide, maybe even isolated 60 if we get into south central Nebraska. We see low pressure by the time we get into tomorrow morning developing in southeastern Colorado. Very cold air to the north. It looks like it's going to spill in as we get another system moving through. So pretty much flurry activity. Now by Monday, this trough really digs in the western United States. It's going to help to increase the low level moisture into our region. Surface low starts to form in western portions of Colorado. The tight gradient between the temperatures. Right now, the GFS model is indicating accumulating snowfall across the Dakotas, particularly South Dakota. And by Tuesday, we see the system starting to open up and that energy ejecting out toward the Ohio River Valley with a surface low over portions of Illinois and one back in the Texas Panhandle. That will keep the moisture going around this system and keep accumulating snows to our north. Now I will say this, the last two systems have been too much farther to the north, so if this comes south, we'll see the accumulating snowfall across the northern half of the state. By Wednesday, this upper air trough tries to start ejecting toward the east, get a surface low down in the Texas Big Bend region that will help to keep the moisture across the mid-Tennessee River Valley and lighter amounts as you get to the north of there. By the time we get to Thursday, the system starts to move out. We're still in that northwest flow aloft, so the cold Arctic air will remain in place across the state. Don't expect to get above freezing at least till the end of next week. High pressure just to the northeast. See some accumulating snowfall potential once again across eastern Oklahoma and southern Missouri. And by the time we get to Friday, another wave starts to make its way toward the Great Lakes, just clipping the eastern part of the state. So we'll see some reinforcing cool air before the warmer conditions start to arrive right toward the end of the month. 8 to 14-day forecast indicates below normal temperatures are likely with that cold air coming in, and that will hold almost to the end of the month. And in terms of precipitation, with the system exiting to our east, most of the majority of above normal moisture will remain well to the east of Nebraska.